Holy moly, we are back. Open Division Top Tournament 2023. I'm Stefan Rapazzo, joined with Charlotte Tennis on ULTI.TV broadcast here. Second semi in the Open Division, and we've already just missed the first point of the action. Belgium with a hold. It was Toby de Krana catching the first goal. And we've got a spectacle in front of us right now, haven't we, Charlotte?
Yeah, really happy to hear. Cannot wait to see what will be the outcome. Who's gonna play against Mooncatcher, who's just won against GB Open. And Rain is here to give us a show. Slippery disc, watch out. And BFD on offense now.
Ooh, Gasparini keeps that one up. Now goes deep, Pavan there. Can he get there? Most certainly can. And they strike back 2 holds, 2 hucks. And this one is off to a cracking pace.
Fast offenses from both teams. Starting strong, showing that they can play offense, that if the opposite team wants to get the disc, they will have to fight and go get it by themselves. We're not gonna serve it on a plate for them.
And we can talk about this game, and we will talk about this game a lot. A quick recap for those of you joining us that may have missed the game before, but Mooncatchers, as we said, hung around and stole the game very late on Universe Point. Really a huge hand block by Tom Albatinch that set up the score. But Mooncatchers in the final, that is confirmed. Their opponent, the winner of this game.
It would be fun to have a derby. Belgium U24 playing against Mooncatchers in Belgium. That would be a lot of Belgium. We need a bit more of an international material. But BFD, we also know them in finals.
You know well, exactly Stefan. What they do in finals. We've seen them up close and very personal. We've seen them get there, we've seen them win, we've seen them lose. They do a bit of it all as Belgium under 24 get going in very slick conditions. Rain at a drizzling pace, but consistent now, and fields were already wet to start the day. That one goes wide, and some discussion.
Call on the field, but the disc remains in possession of Gaëtan van den Broek. High release, both players there, but Benjamin Jonkers makes it up.
That one for Toby de Krana, too far out of the hands of Hookit. And Fotta with the first chance of the game to break.
Toby de Krana always showing off of some layouts, skies, and all kinds of super stylish actions, but this one is just a bit too far. He couldn't make it even with this slippery sole. A little bit too far. They gotta commit now and get the disc back if they don't want to get broken by BFD, who's just waiting for that.
Tognetti with the disc. Gets it moved forward. Saracco. To Simonazzi. Simonazzi goes very low. Tognetti bails him out and goes deep to Gatti. There's company coming, but Gatti takes it high, and they get the break early in the game. La Fotta up 2-1 with a break in their back pocket.
What a jump from Gatti. We know him for flying as layouts defenses, but he also flies vertically to reach the sky and the point for the break. I think there was a bit of miscommunication among the Belgian players on who was going to take the deep. They're using a poachy defense, using the space rather than following only one player, but maybe they will like to readjust.
So La Fotta keen to get into this final. They know their women's team has already made it in. Shout will feature in the final against GB Open. Mooncatchers into the final against the winner of this game. A fresh D-line out for La Fotta.
Good start for Fotta, making themselves already comfortable with a break at the beginning of the game, even though they started on defense. And
a error in the own end zone and a 0-meter field to go for La Fotta as Canton Roger collects 10 meters out now. Roger goes forward, gets a play out of Simonazzi, while Simonazzi goes to Cioppo as he takes a seat. Santucci. Contact between Santucci and Yonkers. Looking to break and gets it to Osri. Another break. La Fotta pouring on the pressure early in the game, Charlotte. Tell us about the error that set that up.
I don't know what just happened. The slippery disc. I mean, look at the rain here. Everyone's soaked of water, and I guess just a mid-throw, the hands slipping from the hands. You really don't want this to happen in your own end zone. I mean, happens to the best of us.
There's the setup for the goal. Osri, we saw him laying out the other day, made the highlight reel. Laying out again today, not quite as spectacular, but counts for just as much, maybe more in a bigger game.
Now it's time for Belgium to step up, to focus, to put their mind in a set for a semi-final. It's no time for mistakes. BFD is not gonna let that go unpunished. So you better behave and play a beautiful ultimate without mistakes.
La Fotta leaving the exact same line out there. They didn't do much more than chase the pull down, so they are fresh. Demarais goes down as he picks that one up. Now he's launched big. De Crane is there. He's in front. This one, oh! He sets sail and picks that one up. What a play by Toby De Crane to ensure a hold this time of asking.
Might have missed the first one, but out of question to miss a second one. Dude was flying Superman style.
Toby De Crane just continuing to improve, continuing to stand out on the big stage. And here is just another look at what this man is capable of.
Beautiful hug from Demarais and flying man on the end zone.
So a comfortable lead opened up for Bologna. It's a 1-point difference on the scoreboard, but a 2-break lead. Not comfortable, but they opened some space in this game. Belgium had to get that hold. They've got to steady the offensive ship first. They're going to need some breaks. No better time than the present. Arturo Laffi fields the pull. Zani. Votsi. And Zani go back and forth.
Zone defense by the Belgium, trying to slow down this flow of the Italians.
Pavan finds himself in a perfect spot, and now Barsazi. The big, towering external players that are a regular part of La Fotta from Padova and Bergamo, respectively. Votsi. Oh, and there is a takeaway D. Is Laffi gonna claim strip? I'm not sure about that.
Let's have a look at it.
I think that was a clean D. By my perspective, his hands were on that first. We can have another look if it's available, but here's one more look. Yeah, that looks clean enough. I think it went to the defensive hands first, and then Laffi. He did get his hands on. I can understand why he might think strip, but by my perspective, it seemed like it was taken away. His teammates agree, and they transfer that message, and Belgium get a chance to break.
Great defense by the Belgian player, just going through the Ds to get the D for his teammates.
Courtois sends to the 50 shirt. That's not, it is Lander de Crane. His hair looks even more different when it's wet now. '22 shirt for Belgium. Lander de Crane. Oh my goodness! How did he dishinge his shoulder to put that one up? Laffi makes up for not being able to hang on to that one. Layout D. What a play by Arturo Laffi now.
What is happening in front of us? People are activating their superpower. Look at this grab. Going back behind through his defense to get a disc, and Laffi flying for the D on this overhead.
Goodness gracious, what more could you ask for than what they are putting on show for us? Zani to Laffi. Laffi goes hammer, Pavan right in the guts. Laffi again, now they're on the front foot. Laffi has a look. That one's knocked away, foul, no contest.
Belgium struggling to contain this flow from the Bologna team.
Rossi gets the disc, gets to Votsi. Votsi goes up and over. Rossi's there, bit on his hip, but it was never not going to be caught, and the Italians put another on the board.
Great job by Rossi to get the disc in the end zone. Despite of the defense, the dude just got there with the disc out of his hand. Out of his hand. In his hand.
And all our attention here on this game, but just to answer a Chloé Olivier question, what's the women's final? That is going to be GB against Shout from the BFD club. But all attention focused here on this cracking game. 4-2 Bologna. They're up a pair of breaks, but Belgium's starting to put things together now after a slow start.
We see they are starting to put the intensity and finishing their offense point, but now is not only the offense that they need, but the defense.
Arturo Laffi doing his part. A block and an assist so far in this game. That block was a goal-saving block as Tognetti spin pulls to the Belgians. And think I saw a hand signal there, but is that an offside? It is an offside call. They're going to ask him to pull again. It was a great pull, besides the fact
I don't
that
think there's another pull. It's directly taken to the break point.
that's how it goes. Yonkers. We were just talking about him last game, but this is a different version. The younger brother, Benjamin.
A copy-paste version.
Oh, that one goes astray as Simonazzi and Gatti and Sofiane Bontemps runs into the windup of Gatti. Gatti will call a foul. Bontemps says, yes, I'm not contesting.
A lot of things. Oh! Van de Brugge for the layout D! Again, flying everywhere.
And now the huck goes to Van de Broek. He's looking for the bookends. He's got the bookends. Belgium with a huge hold after giving up an opportunity.
Great job from Gaetan Van der Broek to get the disc back with a crazy layout. But a lot just happened on first offense. Slippery soil, as we were saying. Players falling off, trying to get the hands on the disc and just couldn't do it. And a foul on Gatti, but saved by the Italian player. What a reaction. And Gaetan flying to get a defense for his teammates. Amazing job. Now they would need more of these layouts to get the disc out of the hands of the Bologna team, who is gonna give the best offense they can. I'm sure about this.
Here comes the pull from Lander de Crane. Having a heck of a game, including that layout catch he had before he gave a layout block to Laffy. But here comes Zani. Pavan comes under. Barsazzi, but the throw wasn't available with a little bit of a poach in the lane, so he has to go back to Kopi. And the handlers continue to come off and crowd the lane, the handler defenders rather. The 38 shirt comes under. Casanelli. Now Gasperini. He sees Pavan, gets an upfielder. Balsazzi was there but couldn't get the throw. Now he engages Zani. Zani center field into the red zone. Zani gets Pavan on the return. Pavan goes low and gets away with it. As Gasparini goes to turf, now throws to Zani, but the poach defense comes off and takes it away in the end zone. Chance to break Belgium.
We got a lot of contact there. In close mark, I think something was called, but everything looks pretty good. Player hugging the defense to explain his point of view.
This is how you hugged me. Let me show you.
Gotta know that Louis, the player with the possession of the disc, is a very new player into the Ultimate World, starting this summer and got already in the team for the national.
Lander de Crane.
Had a call again on the field.
That there, a nice matchup. Barsazzi and de Crane, two exceptional players. Keep your eye on that isolation. Playing out of their own end zone with an opportunity to break if they can get all the way down the other end. First to Ofori. We'll go back to Cortu.
Which makes me think we had a very clean, spirited game before for the other half semifinals, which is always really nice to have in such intense games.
Nice pickup there. Kept his feet in before his hand squeezed it. on the other side of the line. What a play by Barzazzi, but it doesn't count. And now it's going the other way, and all feet are lost. I hope he's not calling a foul on that because feet were lost before contact, and he's not. Zani and La Fotta will go the other way. Zani gets it back from Pavan. Now he goes wide to Gasperini. Trombetti comes under with his eye bandaged up, looking like a pirate, gets a completion to Gasperini, but there's a call on the field. That goes to Pavan, but well before the scoring throw, there was a call made. I think it was a discussion whether Trombetti was in. And I wasn't sure that that was even contested. It seemed certain to us.
Now we got an out call contested, I think.
Out call contested. Well, La Fotta will have to do what they had done again as Kopi gets the inside break as he cuts towards the line. Zani on the dump. Zani goes to Gaynor, Trombetti. Now right back to Zani in the guts. Power position. Far sideline, Gasperini. Gus goes wide. Pavan there with space. Easy is what the sideline wants. Zani gets an easy looking one from Pavan.
Player complete. Oh, okay. I was about to say the player is left completely alone, but there was a peak call on the field earlier. Lots of calls on this point.
Zani set to tap it back in now. Everybody has caught up. And we're back in play. Zani looking at the end zone, meters away, throws into it, gets it. The throw there to Saraco, and Bologna stay up a deuce. It's 5-3 Charlotte.
5-3 indeed. No breaks to be seen so far since the breaks from La Fotta. Each team scoring their offenses. But here, Belgium gave a hard time to Fotta, having a chance for a break with the Louis defense in the end zone. Louis Courtois, or the grab in the end zone, but unfortunately they couldn't maintain possession until their end zone for the score, and Fotta came back to get to 5-3.
So who will face the Mooncatchers in the final? Right now, La Fotta with the advantage in the early parts of this game. A great moment to remind you at home to like, subscribe, and of course, become a patron. Those of you who can, should, on behalf of the whole community, to help rise the tide. All ships rise with the tide. That one does come back in, but an offside called, or?
Apparently it went out of bounds and touched the line when landing.
It touched the line and not the grass?
Apparently.
And there's no contest on that by Bologna, so that means it's another pull situation that gives mega advantage. Demarais to Bontemps.
Novak trying the poach to get the defense, but just not enough. And here is the defense.
Both forced up early. Jan Novak comes across to steal that one. And Tognetti and the D-line with a chance to break.
Oh, we heard the clap of the hand on the disc.
But it still gets completed. Tognetti to Venturoli. Ostri back to Tognetti. They're moving, these Italians. Quickly slotted in to Roger. And a goal again, and a break one this time for Bologna-La Fotta as they spread their lead to 3.
Tognetti going everywhere, touching every second disc going up line and giving that last assist.
What a game, what a game. The rain continues here in Bruges. Not too heavy, but consistent enough. This field started soft and just wettening up as we go.
BFD in their comfort zone, they have the advantage needed to be comfortable, happy, and playing in a good mood. As we know, Fotta is a really good team and they can do wonders. But whenever it comes to mental, they had to do a lot of mental preparation because they are very emotional people, as and whenever things are going wrong, you can feel it in the game as well. And so this is a danger zone for them. As they are now leading, they can only shine even brighter and play even better than ever. So Belgium really needs to fire up and mentally be more present on the field and more intense. Challenge them, to scare them and make maybe them angry at each other, to confuse the offense and try to get here those breaks, defense opportunities.
Dan Demarais to the spot. Belgium O-line trying to do it on the second time of asking here. Benjamin Jonkers. Ooh, that one not where he wanted it, and Pavan takes it away. And a knock away on D, and a foul called. He thinks it was in his hand. Let's have a look here. Was that released? That is a turnover. If you have another look at that, that had left his hand, and it was in the air, only just, but he threw it into a block. Players having a look now too, but that left his hand. His hand, his throwing hand opened. There's still some disagreement, so they're going to watch it again. But by my estimation, throwing hand was open here. Very, very close. It is very close.
It is close.
My estimation, maybe not universally agreed upon, but I believe that that's a hand block. The other teams, they've got to work this out. It's not up to me. Contested foul or contested block. It will remain in the hands of Corazza. It was close enough. As much as my estimations there, it was that close. Corazza, and he throws it away. That's one of the situations where people may remind you, the disc don't lie.
Beautiful pivot to get this break.
Wide angle break. Now Bontemps zips the forehand, and they do get the conversion there. Bologna with throwing the sink at him, but Belgium with the goal there.
Belgium confirming their 0 points. This is the first step before scoring any breaks that they would need. Great job getting the disc back. Let's have another look. The beautiful backhand reaching very long.
And this forehand coming up is a zipper.
And the finisher. Beautiful straight sidearm. Directly in the hands of the receiver. Now what's gonna be Belgium defense like, knowing that they've been very close to get the breaks, disturbing Fotta's O-line, which is already a great step because this O-line is pretty strong. But they need a bit more if they want to get the break. So what are they gonna do now?
Well, they'll start with receiving the pull. Will Bologna Fotta, and now it's Arturo Laffi.
With the wall defense from Belgium.
Fully back to Laffi. and Casanelli.
Back to person defense.
Gasparini has to get up for that one. Now Sebarossi comes under. Barsazzi.
Nice quick high release to the break side to Barsazzi.
Crisafulli changes direction and gives an under. Now he goes around to Gasparini. Bologna O-line looking sharp. Casanelli. To Laffy, now meters away, right away. He goes to the far corner, and that is a goal for Bologna.
Nice blade bomb here to go straight to the point. There was an opening, no time to lose, and directly in the hands of the cutter, poached in the back of the end zone. Really nice offense from Bologna, steady, waiting, being patient in front of the wall defense, but then attacking as soon as possible, reaching for the end zone.
Giacomo Rosi with the goal there for La Fotta out of the hands of Laffy, and there's the second look.
Belgian O-line having to show the same consistency than La Fotta to score their offense. Even with the lead, Fotta always putting big pressure on their defense, making work very hard, the O-lines in front of them.
Tobe de Crane could not stop that roll, and Jonkers brings it in to Desmarais. Wide shot there to open up the field. Okay. Yonkers to the Bonton. A lot of pressure there, and Toby de Crane goes to ground.
Power slide.
Venturoli charging down on the inside of his knee folds. Yonkers.
Always looking for a deep option first, but has to.
Oh, huge bid by Ostri, but that one maintained possession.
He flew above the disc.
Speaking of above, Hockey goes up. Scuba to the wide side. Yonkers there. He likes that. Bontemps has gone, and he's fed him. And the Belgians with a huge score there on a hold that had all sorts of pressure against it.
Beautiful. I mean, first of all, the scuba, as we like them, the upside, and what a hug straight in the end zone to Sofiane Bonton. Putting on gas, attacking, flying. Great offense. Look at this beautiful catch. Nice and easy. I love how these O-lines make it look so easy to score, like casually scoring, even though you know that they are working their ass off to get these points. It is really tight defenses on both sides. You get around 100%, 200% for every cut, every disc you want to get.
So at 7-5, the Belgian task remains the same. 3 breaks to win the game. Here is a chance after a tidy hold, or a worked for hold. But the Italians are not going to be easy to stop, let alone break. Laffy goes to Barsazzi, the high flyer. He winds up the back end. Pavan is there. That connection is lethal. Barsazzi to Pavan. and the Italians strike quick and easy.
What a quick point indeed. You got a Pavan in the end zone, just huck it there. Dude's gonna make it out with it.
Yeah, he is a high flyer. He hasn't been tested. Everything he's taken in this game has been him showing separation, getting free and getting hit with nice throws. But he can win contests as well. Him and Barsazi upfield for La Fotta are lethal weapons. They should be registered with the law. Laffy is cooking so far. 2 assists, 2 blocks in this game already. Having a cracker in the first portion of this game. We have cleared more than 30 minutes at the 37-minute mark here. Lots of game to play.
Zone defense from the BFD in front of the end zone of the Belgians.
And Demarais.
Dangerous, you want to get out of here.
Bontemps with all sorts of time after the wide side hammer spread the field. Demarais goes across Boumalal. And now they're on the front foot, Belgium, but overshot. And Santucci breaks up the play. Gatti now with the disc and a break chance for La Fotta as Tognetti winds up. Venturoli is the bigger man, and he is there first. Oh, what a take by Venturoli. Gets knocked over and lands on his belly and just waits there for his team to greet him.
What just happened? What was that? A sick grab. Couldn't even land on his feet after reaching the sky so high. Had to lay down to rest a bit. I mean, what?
We'll get another look at that one in just a minute, but an incredible play by Venturoli off the Tognetti hack. Score is 9-5. What a way to make a living.
This was ridiculous. What a grab.
There he goes, and here's the setup for that highlight. Have another look, ladies and gentlemen.
Beautiful hug from Tognetti, by the way. I mean,
wow, that man got up and took it away. We do have a timeout on the field. We're going to take a very short break. We'll be back. Don't you go anywhere but ULTI.TV. Back from the timeout. It's 9-5 Bologna after another massive goal by Venturoli. Pavan excited for the end of this game. Everybody in La Fotta jerseys excited. Belgium gonna need to find some breaks here, but that only starts with a hold. We've seen the Belgian O-line start slow, find some form, and now the Italians are right back to sticking it to them with this 9-5 lead of theirs.
This starts being quite a wide gap between the two scores.
Jonkers goes all the way across the field. And that one now shot deep. The area is covered up very quickly. as Mafioli takes it away.
Miscommunication between players. Gaetan waiting a bit too much to throw the hug. His receiver took the time to cut back and wasn't in position for the hug then.
And veteran call there by Quentin Roger slows things down and takes the timeout as his defensive unit gets a chance to break, which would be a massive breaker. We'll be right back after the timeout.
We believe mixed is the best for the sport, for the world. We believe mixed.
Always on the move? You can keep up to date with ULTI.TV on all of our social media channels. Like, follow, subscribe, share us with a friend, or send us a message just to say hey. Thank you for supporting us in our mission to grow Ultimate everywhere.
Back in action after the timeout. Roger goes immediately to Simonazzi. Tognetti, Simonazzi. And we see a zone out of the Belgian under-24s. Tognetti.
They really gotta force this mistake if they want to catch up for the lost disc in the possession. This is O-line for Belgium, D-line of La Fotta.
Oh, what a bid by Toby de Crane. And they get a chance back for the O-line. He said, pick it up, I'm free.
That's what we were talking about. Here it is. Make up for your mistake. Oh.
And de Crane just hung out there saying, I'm still open, just throw me the damn disc. And he gets it, and they do score. After the timeout, the Bologna D-line ends up giving it back, well, having it taken away.
How did he keep this inbound? What happened there? Jumped and tiptoed. Here, another look at the defense. Nice vision. And Benjamin Yonkers finding no option. There's always an option. Hammer it in the end zone. Nice tiptoe in the flowers in the corner of the end zone. Beautiful corner full of flowers. They have enough water to grow with all this rain. (9-6). Still a 4-point gap for Belgium if they want to have a chance to get to the final and face their brothers and friends from Mooncatchers. And I think this is the plan for La Fotta too.
Which is what?
Facing Mooncatchers in the final.
Everybody, that's the plan right now. Everybody on this field should be planning for as much at this stage. Zani will march to the brick mark as Laffy opens up And they've just shot deep. Pavan is there. Defense is coming, but Pavan, and that's what he can do when there is a contest around him. That man gets big, a broad set of shoulders. He's fast and a great leaping ability, and he takes that one for the goal.
Pavan is always there. We were saying it, dude can do everything. He will sky whenever needed. Just throw him whatever you want. He is there. Take another look at this beautiful sky from Pavan.
What a play. Pop pass, celebration spike.
Nice attempt for the defense from Lander de Crane, trying to fly above his own teammate. But Pavan's there. It takes much more if you want to get to Pavan, the man.
Pavan, the man, wants his show in the final. Wants a chance to knock out the moon catchers, but has a job to do first. Slide to stop the roll there. And Yonkers tries to knock out some of the muck from the disc. He goes to Bontemps, straight back to Benjamin Yonkers. Head fake, and then he gets De Crane.
Great defense by Chopo. Santucci, who knows Yonkers is the main handler, an important player you have to shut down.
Desmarais came under, and then to the 42 shirt, Van de Broek. Desmarais almost bends his back right over and comes up gingerly on the left knee.
He has an ankle injury on this foot, so trying to tape it and not let it move too much. But, you know, this injury is always a struggle on the field.
Toby De Crane to Benjamin Yonkers. Big around to Bontemps, who had lots of space. He goes hammer, De Crane's there. Venturoli can't do anything about it this time. And De Crane takes the goal desperately needed for the Belgians.
Italians have Pavan, then Belgium has Toby. Great shot. We love these upsides. I will never say it enough. We love them. More upsides. A beautiful shot. Cross field, big diagonal, right in the end zone.
The Italians have been dictating the pace of this game. It's one of their first seasons really without the presence of Davide Mori for the La Fotta, the top team. But Davide has just showed up and his presence is immediately felt. He's wearing his fisherman outfit today. And let's see if that makes a difference for what La Fotta is doing out here. Gasperini with all sorts of pressure, but hangs on. Now gets Barzazzi. You gotta come with more pressure than that to get one on Barzazzi. Crisafulli, and there's layouts all over the field right now. Kopi gets a touch. Now wide Devozzi. They're going backwards, are the Italian. Kopi hangs on to another. High to Barzazzi, but that's the right man to throw high to. Then an easy finish to Gasperini, and Barzazzi with the assist.
Great cut by Gasperini to get rid of the defense. Full space free in the open side for the Bologna player. Great motion of the disc, swinging it from side to side everywhere, making these Belgians run everywhere. Belgians flying all over the fields, trying to get their hands on this disc. Every time so close, but just not close enough. One finger away to get these discs. These flying pieces of plastic we love to chase. Now 11-7, 7-11. 10 minutes left to the end of the game. Fotta comfortable leading the game. Belgians needing 4 points to catch up.
It's 7-11. Time for a Slurpee. Pulls up and down. Into the hands now of Bumalal. Through a bit of traffic, Italians showing zone here as Desmarais tries to lead the charge. Goes back to Bumalal. And zipped back to Desmarais. Wide shot opened up with the Blady OI. And back through the zone to Desmarais. A 40. Vandenbroek and then Jonkers. Toby de Krana. He goes wide to his club teammate from Gentle Bumalal. Desmarais scoops one over to Bontemps. De Krana was open, but the throwing lane wasn't.
Yes, but Tognetti in the end zone, you don't want to risk this.
That one to Desmarais and that same contest, but Bontemps. But Tognetti read it well, poached off and stole the D.
That's what I was talking about. You who don't want to risk it when Tognetti is in the end zone.
Great follow-up play by Alisi. And now Bologna with a chance for a big break again. Tognetti gets the disc. This one is going to blow it wide open. It is 12-7 right now. The Italians from Bologna walking away with this seemingly.
This is another break for the Italians, widening the gap between their score and the Belgian ones. 12-7. Bolognese are hungry for the final. They were pretty mad. I mean, getting the second spot last year during Tom's Tourney, you want this revenge and get the first place. I mean, they were only half squad last year. It was only the D-line, so full squad makes sense. They would reach the finals and win it. Maybe.
Wouldn't have made a difference last year, but this year surely. We are in the present. Bologna flexing their muscles all over this pitch. 12-7 semifinal action. A chance to feature against Mooncatchers. And thus far, as we hear the 5-minute jingle, it is Bologna who seemingly deserve to be there based on what we've seen. It would take an enormous effort right now out of the Belgians. Is that possible? Yes, of course it is.
Belgium putting the D-line on offense. Let's see what they will do. If they're gonna keep possession, score the disc. Score the disc, how the point.
Lander, De Kran. Playing some more, they are really trying something new, something different. What can they fix? What can they do better? They've shot deep. Tobe, De Krana, Jan Novak coming, but De Kran can't actually get there. And the defense, good enough.
That was pretty expected. I mean, if you have Lander and Toby de Crane on the field, you know that Toby will go deep and Lander will just hug it, hesitating no second. But
Now the
here,
Italians, Osri goes to Simonazzi. That one shot deep, Mafioli on the chase, but it bounces away, and Belgium with a new chance to hold as the De Crane brothers talk about how they missed on their last connection.
everyone's shouting at the player not to pick up the disc.
But he did, and Belgium are off and running. Lander again does not go deep to his brother on that touch. De Crane shoots through the middle and gets a play at a Courtois up above his head. Van Bogart goes to De Crane, and then the upliner there to Van Mullum.
Oh, so close.
Safuli was coming, but he was close, but not quite there. And then he runs over the next player, kind of just blind run up field, and he knocks over Van Ecke. De Crane centers Van Mullum and Lander De Crane. Now he goes to his brother. This time it's gonna work. De Crane, and that's a goal from Lander to Toby.
Here it is, a De Crane connection. Blading the disc through the stack to the end zone for the brother. And the score. So the D-line can do scoring for as a whole. Are they gonna put the O-line on defense now, or?
Let's see. I mean, if I'm calling lines here, I'm taking my top 7 if I want to win this tournament. If I want to win this game. I'm not sure they've gone and done that. They have left a regular D-line out there, and they are preparing for another tournament here. They're preparing for WCC, or World Under 24s rather, in Nottingham. So I can understand. But preparation in shortening a line and having the team understand what's necessary to win sometimes is, it's good to deploy those kind of line reductions as well.
You definitely have to set the mindset of your team as well in such competition.
Copy. High stall count as he dumps back to Trombetti with the boxer eye. Barzazzi wound up, but then chooses to go to the middle to Zani, and Pavan has now come under. Barzazzi went deep. That would have been a heck of a contest against Lander.
Pavan really willing to hug this one. We saw it in his eyes, but just couldn't make it.
Then there's Pavan again. Lorenzo Pavan, but that one was not what he was looking for, and Desmarais takes it away.
Could you believe this guy has an injured ankle?
Oh, Lander not happy with himself, smacks the knee, and now the Italians will get another look at it. That one to Zani, but all sorts of defenders there. Barzazzi comes the other way, bodies flying into one another.
A lot of people running in the same spot at the same time here. Everyone wanted to get a hand on the disc, but
great shot there from the drone.
Defense getting a hand first on this disc, but You shouldn't be running into your players, even if it's for a defense. A turn it is!
Belgium with another chance at a...
Barzaz is ready to jump into the defense. He wanted the Callahan. He saw that disc already up.
He wants it all. He wants the post-championship celebration already. Oh, and they've given it away, and they were heads down. They stopped running, and Koppi takes another goal. We're game to 13, and it's game to 14. Sorry, that'll count because it's 8-13 after that one.
A lot is happening in this game. A lot of beautiful actions. What a counter-attack from Fotta, waiting no second. There's an opening. We go. We're only 2 players. Let's score with only 2 players. Very close call. Belgian player very close to get the defense.
License plate P650XH. Belgian license plate 1HLY.
Fotta 1 point away to make their way through for the final. Happening later today, streamed on ULTI.TV. Make sure to stay tuned.
So a tall task ahead for the Belgians. The smallest of that is this hold. Then the 5 breaks that would be required thereafter.
Beautiful pull. Defense was already present. Could have a hand on it if it was legal.
Not quite the distance, but did enough for the defense to be set before first pass. Maffioli goes flying, but the Belgians are cooking towards the end zone before that super dump. Now Bontemps. He goes hammer the other way. There's traffic, but there's a receiver with the disc in his hands as well. And now Belgium with the big part of the job.
Having fun throwing upsides. It's really nice that they work a lot on this. I mean, they don't work a lot, but use a lot of upsides. This is typical from the Mooncatchers play style. As you see, Sophie and Bontemps from the Mooncatchers throwing one. They use these passes a lot, and this is a real plus for your team, adding so much options when there are poachers, when there's a wall, when there's a cup. As long as there's no wind, there's no reason not to throw upsides. It's riskier because we're not used to throw that, but since you practice it, throw it a lot, it can be a good throw.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I called it risky in the first game of the day when we were watching the first open game, watching the Mooncatchers chuck double hammers sideline to sideline. And these are players that have those throws. They are riskier than a conservative style offense where you move the disc up the field with short passes and, you know, cuts that are the whole team's ready for. But these throws in conditions like this are throws that should be relatively easy completions when they're thrown to open receivers. Bid there to keep it alive. Crisafulli.
You're gonna make these t-shirts dirty before the end of the tournament.
Trombetti goes to Barzazzi. Barzazzi shoots it in front of Pavan, and he hits the ground and grabs his lower back there. He's up and he's gonna play, but he's not in perfect form.
That looks painful. And here Belgium with a chance for a break.
Van den Broek.
No one to be seen on the cutter
upfield.
side.
And he gets it again. The defense covering things up well. Lots of bids and a shot deep. There are plenty in the area. Zani, the first to get there, lays out and gets a left hand on it to break up the play.
Really nice defense from Zani. Getting the tip of his fingers first on the disc.
Ricardo Zani broke onto the scene about 3 years ago in Caorle, the first time that he really jumped up as a star on this team, and has ever since been contributing at an exceptionally high level. Brings this one in from his old goal line on the corner. Trombetti can't handle it. There's a break chance. The 51 shirt goes across. That one overshot and Fotta readjusts. One break counts and the kick spike travels 20 meters.
I was about to say, don't throw such a high release when Barzazi in the end zone, but Sofiane Bonton knows it. Dragged him with him, faked a jump to go get the layout behind.
Here it is again.
Look at this fake jump to go get it behind. Love it, sneaky Bonton.
Cashes one in, that's one break. They need nothing but breaks from here on out.
Now it's break time. There's no other option. Either it is break or end of the game.
We're already hearing the jingle for 3 minutes before next game. This one not over. Bologna can end it here if they travel it into the end zone. The 14th point will be a last point in this game. And of course the tall task we've spoken of for the Belgians, but they've already got one break. Zani. Sebarossi off to the races. Pavan comes under. Gives the lefty to Rossi. Then he gets going and he gets fed. It's De Crana and Pavan. And De Crana steps in front. He calls a foul.
Strip, I think.
Strip. I thought De Crana was in front. Let's have another look here. The players want another look too. Waiting on the replay. Here it is. That's a takeaway. That's a D. He did touch it, but after De Crana, his teammates tell him he got it wrong, and he retracts the foul. Very great spirit there and great resolution using the replay.
That was a clash of the titans. Two towers fighting for the disc. Beautiful air fight.
Goes around to Desmarais. He wanted it all in one, but slows it down just a bit here. Courtois. Desmarais well covered by Gasperini, but no mark yet.
Van der Bergen left alone.
Gernat to De Crana. After that huge takeaway and another chance. Wow, great play by both of them. Pavan first. Now they keep going, maintaining possession on those heroics. Van Bogert.
What a second beat, keeping this disc in after Pavan's defense on it.
Lander goes wide side. That one to Gernat. Back to De Crana in the middle. He goes for end zone. Has a man there. That is two breaks in a row. And the Italians might start to wonder now. But two breaks, that's 3 goals in a row. And Belgium under 24 are not letting them win this game.
What a cool point. Catching the disc in the power slide stance. Rocking it. Really great bit.
There's
Look
that.
at this second attempt. Amazing save by Lander de Craan, showing this D-line spirit, fighting for every disc, fighting till the end, even with a wide gap in the score. You want to fight for each one of these discs.
Bologna, of course, had a lead last year in the final, which they watched slip away. This one much bigger, and this the semifinal. Will they be able to get the simple hold? Not so simple in the last two askings. Chopo Santucci comes across to join the O-line on this asking.
Santucci usually a defense player, so you know they want this game to be over now.
A brave pull catch, but I like it very much. That should be caught. Well done by Laffy. Gasparini gets foot blocked by Desmarais, and there's another chance to break here. Lander goes right. Job done right now.
Amazing counter-attack, very fast, letting no chance to the Bologna team to set up, to adapt. Just use a surprise, hand block, oh, what happened? And already a point.
Bontemps with 2 goals, 3 goals now, and 2 assists in this game. None more important than that one at this time. And we get a 1-point game. It's still 2 breaks necessary, but after 3 in a row,
why not 2 more?
Why not extend it?
I mean, they got a power line here. Players been playing points over and over again without resting. You know it's serious business.
Tognetti goes to Roger. He gets it to Venturoli on the under. Now Arturo Laffy. Quickly to Zani as Roger comes under again.
Field intensity on the field, this is crazy.
Barsazi with the disc. Tognetti comes. Another crossover. He's gone deep. Laffy's there, but Desmarais steps in front. Another chance. Tobe de Crane with the disc. He goes to Desmarais right next to him. Wide to Bontemps. And this is getting nuts, ladies and gentlemen. Bontemps feeds Desmarais. He goes. It's Tobe de Crane. His tongue is out. It's wagging. Another one on the board. It is going to Universe Point. That is 5 in a row for Belgium under 24.
It is happening in front of our eyes. It is real. This is no dream. Oh my God, this is 5 points in a row. Universe Point, game to 14. Belgians just did the impossible, scoring all these breaks in a row.
We've talked about the tall task, and now it's one simple break. After what they've done, Bologna has changed their O-line up. They've crossed over Santucci. They've crossed over Roger. They've crossed over Tognetti. None of that has worked so far. Who are they going to come with this time? And what are they going to do with this mountainous energy and momentum swing that we've seen out of Belgium under 24 and their inability to quit, their inability to give up this game?
Same line for the Belgians. One change, I think, but we see the previous players who've been playing the few last points, breaks. Sofiane Bontemps, Toby de Craan, Dan de Mare, Gaetan van de Broek, Lander de Craan. We've got Louis on the line this time.
This is
And
it.
the last one, Wolf Oosterlink. Power line to try to beat the BFD O-line.
Holy moly, we got a game. And the pull with the miscommunication right away, but it does roll out the back. They will take it to the front line, but pressure on right from the first throw here. They look at a little bit of a wall, a little bit of a poach on the first throws. Gasparini has... there's a hand on it. Oh, that one is coming back, but my goodness. The pressure is being felt. Gasparini goes to Tognetti. Tognetti to Roger in their end zone, back and forth. Looking for a way out. That is low, but Rossi gets down and bails out Tognetti. Tognetti now goes upfield. Santucci there. He hangs on and then goes to Tognetti right away. There's a chance. Barsazzi was there. They don't go to him. Through traffic to Pavan. Now Santucci straight back to Rossi. He's got a chance. Not in yet. Santucci on the doorstep. Blades back to Rossi. Rossi to Gasparini. Gasparini wide across and quick to Crash Roger. A small stoppage in the play. No, they're going still. Gasparini with the disc. Back to Roger. They're still not letting them in the end zone.
This is so intense here. Electricity, the fans cheering.
Tognetti to Rossi. He catches it low with one hand. Goes hammer across. Pavan is there. And that is, oh my goodness, how can a game stop like this? That should, in theory, go to the offense. They caught that at the same time. And in theory, that is going to the offense. Can that be split any other way? I can't say that. It was one hand before the other by my estimation. That it is so close to call. Here's another look. Oh. I don't like a game ending like that.
We already had this situation, but now at the universe point, this is torture. Oh my gosh.
Okay, on that last look, I think Lander touched it 1 millisecond before, but I'm not certain. It's not clear. The players can have a look. Wow.
Dude, this... I think defense got it first.
Oh, I thought that from the last look. This time.
The last look, we see the front hand go first on the disc.
Wow, what is the resolution on the field?
They threw it back.
It's gone back to the thrower. I think that's as good as we can get for resolution here. What a game. This semifinal is back in the hands of Rossi. Rossi goes to Gasparini. We're at it again here. This intensity overflowing. We thought it was almost over, but we're still going. Roger with the disc. Pops forward to Tognetti. He goes to end zone. Oh my goodness! Belgium knocks it away, and they've got a chance to break if they can go the length of the field. What on earth is happening?
What is this game? I mean, my heart is going places. Oh, and we got a crab on the field as well.
Injury called. There will be at least one substitution. Ben Jonkers running out there to make sure he's the man to replace.
You want Jonkers to be on the field for the offense? For sure.
Wow.
Is BFD?
This is absolute insanity. Jonkers with the disc, and the Belgium under-24s with a chance to pull off the unthinkable. Demarais goes to Jonkers. Bid on his hip, but he handles it well with two hands. There's a pick before Bontemps can claim that one.
Santucci really willing to get that Callahan. I mean, this is a danger zone here, Callahan zone. They gotta get out of it as soon as possible.
That one to Lander de Craan. He's gone deep. He sees his brother. It gets over. It does not get over. Tognetti just in the nick of time. He smacks that away from a real danger had it not.
Just a little too low. You gotta remember that Tognetti is big and can get even bigger. But at least they got on the other side of the field. It's a reset, start of the points, as if nothing happened, getting the pull, going back on the line. Let's start it over.
A game, what a point this is. Barsazzi comes under. engaging, but defense is tight. He goes way back to Roger. Roger wound up and then changed hands. Gasperini floats one. Santucci takes it with ease.
Flying, dude.
Yonkers showing some feet blocking potential while Roger goes, now shot to Roger. Sebarossi picks up, still not in. Dumps back to Gasperini. Could this be it? Pop pass. Oh! There's a call on the play. There is a call on the play. What looked like another takeaway, but there is a call on the throw. Everybody keen to have another look.
Great reaction, layout.
Here it is again. Gasperini, you see Bontemps come, and Gasperini claiming, oh, and it's tough to see the shot. Rossi's back was in the way, so not sure what kind of contact there was or was not. It was too difficult to see.
Maybe we get a better
Maybe this
view
angle.
here.
That doesn't look like much contact. They're coming over to have a look themselves. Here it is again. The push past that angle was difficult to see. Here's the other angle.
We need the other angle, yeah.
Gasperini pleading his case right here in front of us with Bontemps. Bontemps didn't seem to move. He's claiming as much. Gasperini saying that there was a bit of movement. They are going to have to come to some sort of an agreement here. Foul and contest is likely what that's going to be. I don't think Bontemps moved that much.
I mean, push pass is always risky and wobbly. It's hard to get it straight. I mean, it makes sense that wasn't even foul, wasn't even a defense. I don't know what happened there. I don't get what their point is.
The crowd doesn't seem to think, the comments don't seem to think that that was much of a foul, but that's not conclusive. Back to Gasperini. Goes wide over top to Santucci in the middle of the field. Santucci goes hammer. Rossi's there. This time it's going to count. And Bologna get away with the win in a wild finish. 5 in a row to close the gap. And Bologna put the nail in the coffin at long last after a wild finish there, Charlotte.
Great win from Bologna, who needed just one last point to finish off this game and just couldn't make it. Belgium fighting to the end. That was crazy. This last point was unbelievable. So many things happening, so much emotions. But I think that this last call will leave a bitter taste to the Belgians for feeling maybe not fair, as it always goes with such calls, but this is live. We cannot agree on everything.
Okay, and that's going to do it for now. We got to get straight into the next game, the Open Final in Division 2. We've got Reading and Bordeaux. Be back for that.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Merci beaucoup.
Yeah, ultimate.
ULTI.TV.